Hello and welcome. First of all, to the supporters of the Adventist Church, I will respond to the vitriol spewed at me by some considered reasonable men. Note, I said men, because it was they who voted to keep women from being ordained ministers. Have no fear, I will respond in due course. But today, I choose to celebrate the life of Julian Bond, one of the great civil rights heroes of the United States. In a time when we are looking for heroes, searching desperately for role models, grasping at goodness, and trying to seek kindness in the future, here was a man, like thousands of others in the United States, who devoted their lives to the fight for equal rights and justice for black peoples there and around the world. The New York Times announced his death this way in its August 16th edition. Julian Bond, a charismatic figure of the 1960s civil rights movement, a lightning rod of anti-Vietnam War campaign, and a lifelong champion of equal rights, notably as chairman of the NAACP, died in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. He was 75. Julian Bond was one of the original leaders of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee while he was a student at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. He gradually moved from the militancy of the student group to the leadership of the NAACP. Bond was a writer, poet, television commentator, lecturer and college teacher, and persistent opponent of the stubborn remnants of white supremacy. He would regularly appear on media programs examining political issues as well as matters relating to equality and justice. During a life of service to humanity, he taught at Harvard, Williams, Drexel, and the University of Pennsylvania. He was a distinguished scholar in residence at American University in Washington and a professor of history at the University of Virginia, where he was co-director of the Oral History Project, Exploration in Black Leadership. He was that and much more. He was one of America's finest. Julian Bond was a civil rights hero, much like thousands of others who protested racial inequality in the United States, especially in Georgia. I choose to celebrate Julian Bond's life because we in Jamaica are always looking for role models. We are always expecting everybody else to be role models for us or others. However, for students and young people, wanting to find role models in other people may not be a bad thing, because when your parents are as crooked as a dislodged train track and are virtual train wrecks, I am sure everybody else's parent look better than yours. Julian Bond was one of the good things that made America great. Those of us who go there emulate the good things of the United States and the good works of the good people. Do the same in Jamaica. Promote those doing good. Celebrate their lives and replicate the good things being done by good and great Jamaicans. Join me next week for the continuation of the Great Adventist Controversy. Until then, stay close to the edge.